All right, we just bought 4 medium flat rate boxes off of Whatnot from Gotham Thrift. An awesome seller for sure. Two of these boxes went for $1 each, and two of these boxes went for $5 each. Yes, the full box for $1 and the full box for $5. So let's stick through these boxes and see what we got. All right, let's get right into it. First box is a $5 box. So you can probably stick about 60 comics or so in a medium flat rate box, obviously more or less depending on whether they're bagged and boarded. So obviously per pound, or not per pound, per book, this is a pretty crazy deal. There's obviously not going to be a lot of high grade, high demand stuff in here, but that's pretty self-explanatory for running a full box like that. Incredible pulp. I actually remember Strike Force Moratory. I read this when I was a kid. It was actually one of the first books I read. I thought this was pretty cool. So I saw these when they ran it, and I thought I'd pick them up. It's actually an interesting story. It's in the future, like 50 years or something, but it's a weird story. They had it creates a like a moratory process because they were getting attacked by aliens and whatnots, and what they had to do is the moratory process, I guess, gave them superpowers for a year, but after a year they would just die, and that would be the end of them. Basically, how this run ended, but. It's kind of one of those books that just kind of stuck with me because I remember reading it when I was young, but I'm sure you guys know how that works. Strike Force number 9. So there's quite a few of these in here. Not a lot, but a couple of them. Strike Force number 5. You can kind of say that's the people in the 80s, they had how would you say it, a healthy imagination on how they thought the future was going to be and tech and all that stuff. And you can kind of see it with movies and books and all that stuff. But I'm trying to think of that one movie that's popping in my head right now. Back to the Future 2. Yeah, that movie came out in Shroud number 2. Came out in 1985, but they went in the future, which was 2015, which I guess was 10 years ago. And yeah, we didn't really exactly have Skyways 10 years ago or anything, but I'm trying to think of that other movie that was a little more accurate. What was it? Not RoboCop. RoboCop was another one they went in the future. I think that's supposed to be like 2020 now, but what was that one? I think it was 90s. It was with Sylvester Stallone. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I should, but god damn it. Demolition Man. There we go. Yeah, that one's a little more realistic. That one, I think they went in the year 2032. That I remember. And like that one, you had what? You had virtual sex. You had the only restaurant that I guess survived the apocalypse during that movie was Taco Bell. All the other restaurants basically went bankrupt. What else did you have? You had the outlawed toilet paper. What else? You had you had a ticket for swearing. I mean, that was just, I don't know. I think we're kind of heading down more of that path than Back to the Future 2, unfortunately, which I guess kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, another. Shroud number 2, back to comics. Didn't we just look at this? Another Shroud number 2. Yeah, there's going to be some duplicates in there. That I know for sure, because definitely duplicates. Silverhawks number 2. Well, this is cool. I actually have Silverhawks number 1 and a high grade, and that's actually worth quite a bit of money. And Silverhawks number 2 I don't have. This is another one where they went in the future, like 1,000 years or something. It's like way more than 100 years, but that's cool. I think a $4 price tag is pretty reasonable for this book, to be honest. At least for me, I thought it was pretty cool. I'm actually happy to have it. Oh, sweet, and I got another one. That's cool. This one looks a little nicer too. Silverhawks number 2. That's super cool. I didn't know there was any Silverhawks in here. This one looks actually pretty decent. Sweet, well that's cool. Those books alone are definitely made up for this box. I mean, that's well enough on its own, but World War Hulk Warbound. I'm trying to think of that other movie that was, Total Recall. That was a movie, that's probably a lot more realistic as far as like virtual reality and where we're kind of be headed with technology. Like I can see like sitting on your recliner and like having a headset put on you to where you can just like type in that you want to either become Hugh Hefner or like a baseball player or like a big celebrity or something and just live out a virtual reality world while you're sitting on your ass eating Cheetos. I can just imagine that's kind of where we'd be headed, but unfortunately, but I mean, this is quite the segue. World War Hulk Damage Control. And more copies of this. And let's move on to some more books. We're still in the stack here. Superman Unchained, number 2, Jim Lee. What year is this? It's like 2013 or something. I don't know. I could be off by like a decade, but Superman Unchained, number 2, and we've got quite a bit more Superman Unchained, number 2 here. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't counted how many books in there, but there's probably like 65 books in here. Superman Unchained, number 3. And yes, we have more Superman Unchained number 3s. That's pretty crazy. They all look pretty minty too. So yeah, that's box number 1, and let's go through 3 more boxes of this. All right, cracked open the other box. Get into it. $1. $1 for the whole box. Let's see what we get for $1. The Mighty Magnor, Sergio Aragones. I thought that was pretty cool. I saw that in there. I remember this box a little bit. Had a lot of little interesting different stuff in here. JLL Black Baptism. But yeah, I mean, again, shout out to the seller, because I mean, when you're selling a full short box or a full medium whatever box and it goes for $1, you are giving the books away for free. I mean, if anything, you're obviously paying money with shipping and all that stuff. I'd argue that even a book that goes for $4 or $5, you're basically just giving away books. So shout out to them. And it was cool because it took a little while to get this order, because no fault to them, but it was just they had a winter storm on the East Coast. So I can see, according to my tracking, it would be kind of sitting in a little little outlet whatever for a few days while there's like a heavy snowstorm, which is kind of happens in winter. So when I got it, it was cool because it was packed in medium and short boxes, and the medium short box was packed inside of a bigger box. So everything came in, it was all nicely packed, which was really cool. So, shout out to them for doing that, especially on shipping a box for $1. So, yeah, I mean, they're a very big company. I mean, they're selling around the clock. And, yeah, I mean, every time I go on Whatnot, I'm constantly seeing them. But, Mr. Majestic number 3. I actually just ordered ordered 2 more boxes from them. One was an $18 box, and one was, I think, a $9 or $10 box. We'll go through this a little quicker because we got a lot of duplicates here. But the $18 box, I think, was all Bronze Age, First Series, Star Wars, and I think mostly almost all 70s horror. And it went for $18, so I think that was pretty cool. I think their seller was saying it was, some of it was low grade and some of it looked low grade, but there was a lot of cool reader stuff in there, so that'll be interesting. And this is it. The original Shield Archie Adventure number 1. I can't talk and do Thomas' name. I'm gonna open this one up. This is probably gonna be the only book I'm gonna open up. I can probably just guarantee you that. I'm just kind of curious to see this one. I don't think I have this one. This is cool. Number 1, 1984. Sweet. All right. Well, I just wanted to take a look at that. Well, that's cool. All right, moving on. But yeah, and the other box, I think it was like $9 or whatever. I could be wrong, but it was all Batman. I think it was 80s, 90s, and modern Batman. So yeah, I guess it'll be for another video. But I think my next video is going to be mostly Silver and Golden Age stuff that I got. But another Black Baptism right here, and Charlemagne, and more Charlemagne. Fifth Element. That was one that I was, another future movie that I was trying to think, but that one hasn't happened yet. I think that takes place in like another 50 years or something. That one's close. I guess you got flying taxis and AI assisters and all that stuff, but I don't know, man. That stuff's pretty scary when you think about it. I mean, in a perfect world, I guess AI would replace humans to where they would obviously do the work for humans. And World War Hulk Frontline, several copies of this. So I guess in a perfect world, like if Amazon fires 5,000 people, basically they would replace those 5,000 people with robots because they don't want to pay them the $25 minimum wage or whatnot. And then the extra revenue that Amazon would be making they would theoretically, that additional revenue would be able to go towards some sort of universal basic income or whatever to be able to pay for the people who obviously don't work anymore. Obviously, who knows how the hell that would actually come into fruition, but it's a whole nother topic. But yeah, the world's changing really fast with all that stuff, so I don't know, I'll just stick with my comics. But Charlemagne number 3, number 1 again. We'll go through this stack a little bit quicker here. Warbound, Chapel number 2. Like, we have no idea how AI is going to look in the future, but the only thing we know for sure that it is coming. But how did we get on this conversation? Oh yeah, with the future comics, and somehow led to Back to the Future 2. But all right, we'll go through this stack a little quicker here, and then we'll go on to 2 more boxes. This will probably be another shorter video. I know I said it was going to be longer because obviously it's more books, but a lot of them are going to be duplicates, and a lot of them aren't going to be something that are going to go in one book at a time. So we got 2 more books in this lots, and 2 more boxes to go through. So let's go ahead and open them up, and let's get to them. All right, out of the box. This one will be a little quicker. $5 box. 2 of the $5 and 2 of the $1. The reason why it'll be a little quicker, well, I guess you will find out here shortly. Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, issue number 11. And what year is this? 1990? Just kind of opening this up for a reason you'll see here pretty shortly. But I guess you can say that I got this pack mainly for, I guess, reselling purposes. I don't know. It is what it is. Why? Because I've also got 55 more copies of Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, and they all looked pretty minty, which was kind of cool. So yeah, if you guys are in need of a Batman Dark Knight Legends of Dark Knight issue number 11 to complete your run, let me know. Action Comics number 605, and yeah, that was obviously about 80-90% of this box. The Shadow Strikes number 1. It's an interesting cover. What year is this? I have no idea. It doesn't say. It's pretty cool artwork. Looks like 1989 or something. Number 1. Oh yeah, 1989. I swear I didn't see that. Maybe I saw that unconsciously and I just... that's cool. Alright, moving on. I'll shut up. Batman, or Action Comics Weekly number 605 and Action Comics Weekly number 605. And, ooh, cool. What is this? Amazing Spider-Man 380. Newsy. Venom. Oh, that's cool. That looks pretty minty too. Sweet. Yeah, $5 box. It's got some duplicates, but I mean, it is what it is. It's part of the hobby, I guess. The Ultimates number 2, issue number 5. Star Wars number 7, or Star Trek number 78. That's cool. Nice. Flash Gordon number 7, 1988. That's a cool cover. Nice. I actually don't remember anything else other than those Batmans that I got. So, speaking of Batmans, like I said, I got another whole box of Batmans coming. So, I'm going to be deep in Batmans. Demon. This is cool. This is one that I'm actually I almost have completed. And so, that's kind of cool to pick up. I think I have number 5, unfortunately. But, I mean, it is what it is. And lastly, for this box, Shadow Strikes number 5. All right, well, let's grab the other box and let's move on. All right, here we go. And $1. How many? Is this 3 or is this last box already? Was that 4? All right, yeah, it was 4. All right, last box, $1. So see what we can get for $1. Wolverines number 1. I thought this was cool. Why? Because we got a few more issues, and they looked pretty minty too. But yeah, I think comic books are kind of be. I don't know if they're going to be going up, but I think I noticed a lot more people, like I said in my last video, have been searching for comic books and picking up comic books, which is pretty cool. And I mean, I get it. I mean, comics are just, I don't know, maybe people are just trying to get away from, just look inside this really quick. Maybe people are just trying to get away from, I don't know, social media and the internet, and they kind of want to go old school. And Wolverine number 2, and yeah, so instead of that, we're just going to show that we have multiple issues of Wolverine's number 2. But yeah, I don't know. I think people are just kind of, I don't know, go back to the roots and kind of prefer to read stuff on paper and, I don't know, kind of unplug from all that stuff. I don't know. Personally, I'm a lot happier when I'm reading books and actually, not searching stupid, useless shit on the internet. But yeah, we got multiple copies here of Wolverine's number 3, as you can see. So yeah, moving on. Wolverine's number 6. But that's kind of how I am with just reading in general. It's just, like I said, it's just a lot more relaxing than obviously surfing the web and doing all that crazy shit. But I don't know, like on my last video or a couple videos, I can't remember, when I bought all the issues of the Thing, I think I had bought 40 issues or something. Like I started reading, I read 9 issues, and I thought it was an hour that I wasted, but I looked at the clock and I spent 3.5 hours just reading the Thing. I wasn't completely oblivious to what the time was, which was cool because I was just super relaxed and chill, and my brain wasn't going 100 miles an hour, and I was just in Fantastic Four land. It was just cool, a lot more relaxing. I don't know. I think people just need to kind of detox away from all that other shit. But yeah, I guess that's what the book's for. But I like reading a lot of other stuff. External Warrior Yearbook number 1. I know we got a couple more issues of that, but yeah, I've been also reading a lot of Stephen King. I don't know if you guys read novels or not. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys do, but I've been reading a lot of his stuff. They got a movie for basically every Stephen King novel, but The Shining. The Shining is a very good book if you guys haven't read that. So is Christine and Pet Sematary and Salem's Lot and Cujo and Misery. I mean, I could go on forever about Stephen King, but you guys have probably seen half the movies anyways. External Warrior number 1 yearbook. External Warrior number 1 yearbook. These are all number 1s. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll always read as long as I can. I guess it'll be one of those things that when I get old and I'm too, decrepit and I can't move around, I can just at least sit somewhere and read. I'll be a happy camper for sure. But Team Youngblood, Team 2000. Team 2000 again. But yeah, the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, that was a really good one. There's Stephen King comics too. I mean, you guys have probably seen those too. I don't have those, but I've actually been looking into those. I think there's a Dark Tower series comic run too. Yeah, The Gunslinger. That was the first of the Dark Tower series. That was a crazy book. The Gunslinger, but he was in a parallel universe, and he didn't really know what universe he was in, and the sky was yellow, and the air wasn't right, and the weather was wrong. It was just it was advanced reading. You had to read it slow, but it was cool. I mean, it was cool stuff. Teen Titans number 1. Yeah, we were definitely ramming a lot more of the comics in the show, but we are almost done here. We got 2 more books: Youngblood, and back to a random Wolverines number 9 and a Cyclops number 10 to finish it off. So that's where we'll end the video. So the next video will either be probably either 2 more boxes, probably not 2 more boxes of this. That'll be a couple weeks from now. It'll be probably some more Golden and Silver Age stuff that I just got that I'm gonna have to sort through. And yeah, so that's where we'll end the video. And thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.